Before the world sweeps us away with endless noise, messages, duties, and responsibilities, let us pause for a moment and return to ourselves. Morning is like a secret doorway that opens to a new beginning, where we can choose our state of mind and plant a seed of peace that will nourish the whole day with mindfulness. The Buddha once taught that the very first moment upon waking is the most fertile soil to plant the seed of awareness. For from that moment, the entire flow of the day will be shaped. If we begin with hurry, worries, or indifference, the day will easily be carried away by old habits. But if we sow a clear thought, a seed of stillness, then the whole day can unfold as a stream of calmness and wisdom. Morning is a precious gift. When the air is still pure, the mind is not yet disturbed, and the heart is open to simple wonders. It is in that very moment that we can choose how we see the world, how we nourish ourselves, and how we walk through life. Each morning is a chance to renew ourselves, to wash away the dust of yesterday, to release the burdens that still linger, and to begin again with a clear spirit. Buddhism always reminds us that life exists only in the present moment, and beginning the day is the best way to return fully to it. If we embrace the first breath, the first ray of light, we have already begun a journey of peace. The habit of pausing to whisper a few reminders to ourselves may seem simple, yet it carries the power to transform the entire day. When we repeat them, they gradually become seeds planted in the mind, growing into strong trees that offer shade and peace in the storms of life. We do not need complicated words. Only honest reminders are enough to light the way. For morning is not only the start of a day, but also a symbol of rebirth. Each sunrise grants us the chance to be renewed, to continue on the path of awakening. Imagine today as the very first time we are present in this life, and every moment as a miracle to be cherished. The first reminder we should give ourselves is gratitude. Gratitude for the breath, for the light, for the chance to love and live. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, turns worries into peace, and makes each new day a precious gift. The second reminder is that nothing lasts forever. Impermanence is the essence of life. When we understand this, we cling less, we fear less, and we live more fully in the present. The third reminder is to nurture compassion. When we promise ourselves to live with kindness, our hearts expand, judgment fades, and understanding grows. The fourth reminder is to live mindfully. Every step, every word, every small act can become an opportunity to return to awareness. And the last reminder is letting go. Letting go of unnecessary burdens, of anger, of rivalry, and unrealistic desires. Letting go does not mean indifference, but granting ourselves freedom. These 5 reminders are not mantras to repeat mechanically, but lamps to illuminate our path. They awaken our inherent wisdom, nourish peace, and create space for love to flourish. When we begin the morning by whispering them to ourselves, we are laying the foundation for a day lived with purpose and serenity. Let these 5 truths become a sacred ritual, a bridge that carries us out of the fog of busyness and back to ourselves. Morning will no longer only be a time to prepare for work, but also a time to prepare for an open heart. And from that heart, everything we do in the day will flow with ease, clarity, and compassion. Here are 5 powerful reminders you should tell yourself every morning, like lamps that light the path of mindfulness and nourish inner peace. The first is, I am here. I am alive. This moment is enough. Place your hand on your chest, feel the rhythm of the breath, and whisper it gently to yourself. In doing so, you return to the present, stepping away from the pull of the past and the worries of the future. Presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself, for only in this moment are we truly alive, truly present, and truly free. Reminder: always believe that you are here, you are alive, and this moment is enough. Each morning, when the first light of dawn lingers shyly upon the leaves, let your soul slow down. Do not rush into the fragments of yesterday or let the worries of tomorrow take over your inner space. Instead, place your hand on your chest. Listen to the silent rhythm of your heartbeat. Feel the breath moving in and out like a whisper of life, and remind yourself that this moment alone is already complete. Presence is the greatest gift you can offer yourself, for when you are truly here, you hold the entire sky within your heart. Do not think that happiness lies far away, waiting for you to achieve a goal before you can smile. In truth, happiness arises the instant you recognize that you are alive. Each breath is living proof of this miracle. To breathe, to be present, is already to have all you need to dwell in peace. Have you ever gazed at a dewdrop resting upon a leaf? That dewdrop does not need to become the ocean. It only needs to exist, glistening under the morning light, and its simple presence beautifies the whole garden. Human beings are the same. You do not need to become someone else or prove anything. You only need to live fully in this moment to enrich life itself. When we pause to feel, we realize that the present has never been lacking. Only our restless mind creates the illusion of emptiness. The Buddha taught that the past is only a shadow, the future merely a dream, and only the present is the true gift. And when we open our hearts to receive this gift, we see that every moment is a miracle unfolding. Imagine stepping out onto a balcony in the morning, taking a deep breath, hearing the birds' song, feeling the sunlight touch your skin. In that brief instant, you realize that life is not waiting for something greater. It is happening right now, in every breath and every motion of the universe around you. This reminder is not only a beautiful phrase, but a key that unlocks the heart. When you whisper, "I am here, I am alive, and this moment is enough," you allow the heart to release its chains, and the mind no longer needs to be ruled by worry. You grant yourself freedom, the freedom to smile, to love, to see the wonder of life in the simplest things. And the truth is, when you are fully present, you become like a still lake, reflecting everything without being disturbed. The winds of life may pass over you, but they no longer have the power to stir your inner peace. You may think presence is an abstract idea, but try it. Tomorrow morning, when you wake, resist the urge to grab your phone or rush from bed. Place your hand on your chest. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and whisper, "I am here. I am alive." Just 1 minute is enough for your entire day to carry a different tone, lighter, clearer, more serene. Presence is a quiet miracle, not loud or showy, yet strong enough to change how you live, see, and love. With presence, you no longer drift in the whirl of the world. You become the calm center from which clarity and compassion radiate. Let this reminder be your sacred morning ritual. Repeat it until each word flows in your veins, beats in your heart, and engraves itself into your mind. Then you will see, happiness does not need to be chased. It is already here, in this very moment, in this very breath. And when you live with full presence, you not only give a gift to yourself, but also offer peace to everyone who crosses your path. Reminder 2. You are not your thoughts. You are the stillness behind them. Imagine your mind as a vast sky, and your thoughts as drifting clouds. Some clouds are light, white, and pure, like fleeting joy. Some are heavy, dark, and thick, like sorrow and anxiety. And some appear suddenly, then vanish quickly, like bursts of anger. Yet, no matter how the clouds shift, the sky remains, still and boundless, embracing all. So too, your true essence is not the endless stream of thoughts, but the deep stillness that observes them. Often we are controlled by the voice in our head. It tells old stories, repeats mistakes, builds fearful scenarios, and convinces us that it is who we are. But in truth, you are not that voice. You are the one listening. You are the vast space where thoughts appear and disappear. When you identify with thoughts, you become like a traveler chasing clouds, running after worries, fears, hopes, and disappointments. But when you pause to observe, you realize you are the open sky, and thoughts are only passing clouds. Sit quietly one morning. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let your breath flow naturally. Soon you will notice thoughts rising. What happened yesterday? Tasks to do today? Worries about the future? Do not chase them away, and do not cling to them. Let them pass like clouds drifting across the sky. You will notice that a part of you remains untouched, silent and spacious, like the infinite sky. That is who you are, your deeper essence, your safe haven of peace amidst the storm of the mind. In Buddhist teaching, thoughts are conditioned phenomena, impermanent and fleeting. Awareness, however, is the still foundation upon which everything rests. When we mistake ourselves for thoughts, we are pulled into craving, aversion, and ignorance. But when we dwell in awareness, thoughts lose their grip. They become waves rising on the ocean, unable to disturb the depths below. Each morning, whisper to yourself, "I am not my thoughts. I am the stillness behind them." This gentle reminder tells your mind that you are not defined by fear, anger, or desire. You are the spaciousness that holds all without being harmed. It is like a lantern lit in the dark, guiding you back to your inner peace. Think of a river. On its surface, leaves, branches, and debris constantly drift by. If you focus only on them, you might think they are the river. Yet the river itself remains, clear and flowing, regardless of what passes. Likewise, your mind is not the fleeting thoughts, but the silent current beneath, endlessly embracing without losing itself. When you realize this truth, you stop chasing the endless whirlpool of thoughts. You see that they are only visitors, while you are the quiet home that welcomes and lets them go. From this stillness, a source of strength arises, wisdom, compassion, and true freedom. Make this your morning ritual. Each time you wake, breathe deeply and whisper, "I am not my thoughts, I am the stillness behind them." Let these words sink into your being until every step you take carries serenity. Then you will see, no matter how loud the world becomes, within you remains the sky without clouds, silent, vast, and free. Reminder 3. Nothing outside can steal your peace unless you allow it. The world has never lacked noise, pressure, and judgment. From sunrise to sunset, there will always be words that wound us, situations that stress us, doors that close before our wishes. But have you noticed that none of these events contain suffering in themselves? An insult is merely a sound, a cold glance only a fleeting expression, a failure only an event in the stream of life. What makes us suffer is not the event itself, but our reaction to it. The mind is where either joy or sorrow takes root. Picture a calm lake. When a stone is dropped, ripples form. Yet if left alone, the ripples fade and the lake returns to stillness. So it is with our minds. They are naturally peaceful, but when we cling to offense, replay anger, or echo judgments in our heads, we turn a small stone into a raging storm. Each morning, remind yourself, I choose peace. I am not a victim of circumstances. I am the guardian of my mind. By saying this, you are not denying difficulty or ignoring life, but reclaiming the power to govern your heart instead of letting circumstances control you. Do not mistake peace for avoidance. To keep peace is to face life with an open heart and clear mind. When someone insults you, you have two choices: react with anger and become a slave to emotion, or take a deep breath, notice the fire within, and let it dissolve in stillness. The second choice is not easy, but it is true strength. It is not weakness, but the courage of one who refuses to let others dictate their state of mind. An old story tells of a man who hurled insults at the Buddha. The Buddha remained silent. When asked why he did not respond, he smiled and said, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does it belong?" Peace is like that. It rests in your hands, and no one can take it unless you give away the key. Each morning, remind yourself that the world may be chaotic, but your inner being can remain a quiet garden. People may judge you, but you can choose to see with compassion. Work may bring pressure, but you can meet it with composure. Failures may arrive, but you can choose to learn instead of resent. Peace is not a gift from the outside, but a strength cultivated within. Remember, no one can make you suffer unless you agree. Just as the mountain does not tremble in the wind, and the ocean does not rage at a pebble thrown into it, your mind can remain steady in storms when you choose peace. The outer world may be noisy, but you can still walk serenely, carrying a lamp that lights your own path and those around you. When you begin the day with this reminder, you train yourself in a rare spiritual power, mastery of the inner world. No longer tossed by trivial events, no longer ruled by anger or fear, you instead learn to act from calm. And in that calmness, wisdom appears. Compassion blossoms. This is how each day becomes a journey walked with a heart both strong and gentle, like a river flowing quietly, though surrounded by roaring rapids. Reminder 4. You will treat yourself with compassion, not judgment. In life, we are often harsher on ourselves than anyone else could ever be. Small mistakes can become heavy burdens, and ordinary imperfections can be turned into deep wounds in the soul. We blame ourselves, criticize ourselves, and lock ourselves in a cycle of invisible judgments. Yet, Buddhism teaches that if we do not know how to love ourselves, it is difficult to truly open our hearts to love others. An empty vessel cannot pour into another, and a heart closed to itself cannot spread compassion to the world. Each morning, begin the day with gentleness toward yourself. When you look in the mirror, instead of only seeing what is lacking, smile and recognize that you are still learning, still walking the path. When you make mistakes, instead of using the whip of harsh judgment, whisper to yourself, "I am still worthy of love. I will learn from this mistake, but I will not punish myself." In that very moment, you are planting the seed of compassion in the soil of your heart. Self-compassion does not mean indulgence or ignoring harmful habits. On the contrary, it is the honest recognition that we are human, and humans are imperfect. Compassion gives us the courage to face shortcomings, but instead of drowning in blame, we learn to stand up and continue walking. Like a loving mother who does not scold her child for falling, but gently lifts them up, wipes away the dust, and encourages them to keep going, we too can be that loving presence for ourselves. Remember, compassion for yourself is the root from which compassion flows to others. If you can forgive yourself, you will more easily forgive others. If you can cradle your own pain with tenderness, you will know how to embrace the pain of others with understanding. Compassion is not distant. It begins with smiling at yourself, with gentleness toward the cracks in your own soul. From there, its light gradually radiates outward to touch the whole world. Each morning, when you remind yourself of this, you are building a sanctuary within. No matter how harsh the world is, no matter how many judgments you face, you will always have a safe place to return to, the compassionate heart within you. And from that place, you will find the strength to face challenges and the love to share with others.
Reminder 5. Everything you need is already within you, and today you choose to be a cause of peace. In life, we are often swept away by outer voices, the craving for recognition, the hunger for wealth, or the unease of comparing ourselves with others. But the more we chase, the more we feel lacking, like one who drinks salt water to quench thirst, only to become thirstier. The truth that Buddhism teaches us is this: you do not need to search for wholeness elsewhere, for everything essential already resides within you. Wisdom, compassion, and strength are not gifts given from outside. They are the eternal flame within your heart, merely hidden beneath the dust of delusion and forgetfulness. Picture an old oil lamp covered in dust. Its light has never gone out. It only awaits a gentle hand to wipe it clean, so the flame can shine again, illuminating not only yourself, but also those around you. Likewise, your fullness, your peace, and your love have never been lost. They only need to be awakened by mindfulness, nourished by gratitude, and sustained through daily practice. Each morning, remind yourself, I am enough. I already carry wisdom, compassion, and strength within me. By whispering this, you release the burden of needing to become someone else or achieve something to prove your worth. You affirm that in this very moment, you are already complete. And in that completeness, peace naturally arises. But the journey does not stop there. When you realize you are enough, your heart naturally expands, for you no longer need to defend a fragile self or chase after endless comparisons. From that spaciousness, you can go further, sharing your peace with others. A sincere smile, a kind word, or a simple act of help is enough to plant seeds of peace. Peace is not something to be hoarded, but a fragrance released from a tranquil heart, spreading to all around. Remember, today and every day, you can choose to be a cause of peace. It requires no grand gestures, only small moments carried out with love and mindfulness. When you keep the lamp in your heart shining, you not only light your own path, but also brighten the way for those who walk beside you. And as these seeds of peace are sown, the world will slowly become gentler, warmer, and filled with humanity's compassion.
These 5 reminders are not mere words, but 5 steps guiding you back to mindfulness. Each time you repeat them, you clear away layers of dust from your heart, allowing the light of wisdom and peace to shine through. Gradually, you will feel the change, less hasty in reaction, more present in stillness, less judgment toward yourself and others, more compassion and forgiveness, less clinging to what is not yours, more letting go so the heart becomes lighter. This transformation does not happen overnight, but grows little by little, like a lotus slowly blooming in the mud, spreading fragrance and beauty to the entire pond of life. Practicing these reminders is to gift yourself anew each morning. You need not search for serenity elsewhere. It begins with your very first breath, with the moment you whisper these powerful truths to yourself. That day will unfold differently, for you have planted a seed of peace at its dawn. From one small seed, the whole day can blossom with clarity and calm. Begin tomorrow morning. As you awaken, whisper softly to yourself. Let the reminder become a clear stream nourishing your soul. From there, you will not only hold peace within, but radiate it gently to everyone around you. And day by day, you transform ordinary living into a journey of awakening and love.